get into the
Okay.
festival.
Okay.
So we got so many waivers, and that's where we applied. We actually submitted the documentaries, and my group that had the shorter documentary got the best, I think, nomination, and we had to go to Hollywood and represent.
Hallelujah!
Yeah,
It was so exciting.
It was actually a dream come true as as a young filmmaker, and
before
and
the
training
age of 30.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Angie Murenga. You're watching Just Angie. It's Mwenye Monday, and it's also Madaraka Day. So happy, blessed Madaraka Day to everybody out there. And it's the day that Kenya attained self-rule in 1963. And that's so important because when we're talking about governance and leadership starts with self. So that's the time that we're allowed to rule ourselves. So that's very, very important. So Ishmael, you've shared with me this camera story, but I want this camera story. So the camera is in school taking photos, and then you have the camera here now taking photos and being a correspondence for different editions. Yes. So I don't know whether you're going to jump, but I want to know, so that was all still cameras. How did you go into filmmaking and you could tie the story to Hollywood? Because when you won an award in Hollywood, it was like, yeah, Hollywood, here we come, you know? I mean, from where you started to Hollywood, that journey, and you know, at least you're a man, so you'll tell us, I'm sure you missed out very many details. There are some of them, at least I know, but how did you come from now the still camera to the other camera, and how did you get to Hollywood? Yeah, and well done for getting to Hollywood. Getting to Hollywood is that's the communication capital of the world. That is serious business.
It's a film serious business there. So just to run back a bit, there's also at some point during when I was still doing the hustle of corresponding, I couldn't get of course nothing could happen at some time, so you have to still go out there and try and make a living. And so then I used to have still he's my friend Henry back then. So what we collaborated, and we used to just get into a matatu from the city, Nairobi CBD, and just drive towards Jugo Road or Thika Road, and he could sit on one side of matatu and I would sit on the other one, and you could look where there's a wedding. Oh. Yeah, so you see a wedding, we just stop, we pay, we jump out.
Paparazzi that we do to weddings, but
yes.
Keep quiet.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, we jump out and just go take pictures. Yes. So as I take pictures for some, we used to have like 2 cars. I take pictures with one card, then he rushes or I rush to develop them, process them, and then take them back. So when he sells them over here, I'm out there selling. So sometimes I still have pictures in my place, like it's a bunch of like massive pictures that never took.
Why do you have people's pictures? But let me leave it.
Yeah, and so after that, with time, we, God shows His favor upon my life and my family's life, and I met a friend of my dad, a very old friend of my dad, and he just randomly just mentioned, I have a friend I know who has a production company in Kenya. Maybe I could introduce you to him. So my dad was like, hey, please do. This guy's been hustling so much. So he actually booked an appointment on a phone call, and then the friend told him, okay, you can come tomorrow with your guy. And so we went there. I was so excited. I even had to go buy a whole suit. So I bought a whole full suit. Like back then, there was like really nice shoes called sharpshooters. I remember. So I had to all that. Yeah. So we went to his place, and he welcomed us, and that period is the time they were actually doing the production was doing Nikon Safaricom, the advert.
Really?
Yeah. So we went into his place, and they were actually going for the shoot, and he's like, first of all, he served me coffee. And he couldn't understand whether I'm the client because I was well dressed.
You were overdressed.
Yeah, so I was like, he couldn't understand whether I'm the client from the agency who, of course, supplies them with the adverts and stuff. And so he served me coffee, and then later when he realized actually how I was supposed to come as an intern, hey, he flipped on me. Like, you can't do any other job here. Please, I told you to come to do camera. Go start there. So since then, I started like working as we call them set runners. And so I became a set runner for almost like 2.5 years.
Really? That's the person who gets the tea, gets running around, the KYM.
The KYM, Kadamoko. So we did everything.
Everything other than filming.
Everything.
Like, I've done everything. Good. You know, as a minister, as somebody who trains leaders, that's the best thing to do. Yeah. If somebody comes and tells you they have a gift, you remove them very quickly from that gift and you put them in the opposite. That is the beginning of leadership. Yeah. So to see what you can do, that's amazing. Yeah, so he put me, in a position where I could not even do anything. So in fact, I came in with a suit and a white shirt, right? By the time I was going home that day, and it was raining at some point in the day, he sent me to like get stuff from the truck, cables for lights and stuff. Wow. So by the time I was going home, the shirt was clearly like brown, turning muddy. It was so muddy. So since then, I think that was my last suit. Now it's jeans.
Yeah, now it's all like casual ever since. And yeah, but it was a very good way to mold me. And I always say if I didn't start there, then I couldn't have ended where I am, Yeah. And so, slowly but slowly, one day, the guy who was supposed to do camera assisting for a cinematographer who was from South Africa didn't show up on set. And so the guy who's actually, I think it's called Dan, he owns a production company in Kenya. It asked me, can you try this? They're like, yeah, I can try.
Can you try to film?
No, can I try to assist the guy who's filming?
Okay.
So I said, yeah, I could try. And then of course, I got into that position. And then since then, I've been just rising.
I know, and you've really been rising. So you're really trying to put this down. I wish this was you've always been rising. So how did you assist that guy? First of all, let's go back. It was a good thing that you did the running around as a set runner. Yes. Did all the jobs that nobody wanted to do, because I'm sure it helped you be able to do your job. It made you understand that part as well. Yeah. Because if you don't understand that part, then how are you going to do the others? Sure. But now, because stop telling me in summary, so this rising, so you helped this guy, then you're learning what he's doing. As you're helping him, are you learning what he's doing?
Yeah, there's no room for mistakes.
Really?
Yeah, because they've been commissioned to do a very big job.
Okay.
So you don't have room for mistakes.
Okay.
So you have to keep learning. Like if I miss something, I have to quickly go to my phone and Google. Because so we come out of the thing is we don't in Kenya don't have proper we have film schools, but they're not up to the standards that we would like
the international standards,
exactly.
Or the standards that are
because I mean it's a clear evidence that these cameras that we use on set, they're worth more than like $60,000. So you can't put that on to train people.
You can't have 10 of those.
Yeah. So when you go out there, so when I went out there, when I got these opportunities, I'm like, oh, I know how to do this. I was like, just please calm down. You don't know anything. Chill.
I like that. You don't know anything.
You don't know anything.
Learn first.
So you actually go from again kind of zero. So the only thing that you actually mostly relate, it's a red button on the camera, which is obvious.
Start.
Yeah, start and stop. But everything is always this difference, like you started from scratch.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was a very nice opportunity that I had to go through that process, and then I even learned through the guys who trained me, people like a guy called Mike Chege. I learned through them, brought me up to where I would love to be, and then after that I even met now more international people, and skills grew with time, and then stuff happened after.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you do Hollywood? I'm glad for the guy who didn't show up. Hallelujah to that one. So that you can take your position.
Yeah.
But that's also a learning moment, because sometimes you can be given that position and you don't step up.
Yeah, then
you start saying, you start to maybe see where you have to now, an opposition has come now, you have to go into it. And then always be training and always be humble. So why Hollywood? How did you get to go to Hollywood and win awards and be part of amazing festivals? How did that happen, Ishmael?
So I met a friend back then who, during the process of learning, And he was like, I have a documentary in Kenya, I'm gonna come do it. So he came and did it, and I helped him do it because I was his assistant. And then when he went back, he started thinking of a project on how we could actually get kids who are, or students who are here in Kenya who cannot be privileged to get the first class training in terms of film and film equipment. So he asked me if we could partner, and then I was in for it. And we created an online course for about 12 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
You see, even me, I don't know that part of the story. I don't know. Really?
Yes, we did it was a 12 weeks online course, marathon, and I was always recording myself on phone, or we were having actually like a conversation on Skype.
So he was training you?
No. We were recording classes.
Okay. That you are now going to teach these young students, the students who wouldn't have been able to have this kind of training.
And we got over almost over 2,000 applicants who applied for the online course.
Yeah, because people want something to do.
Yeah. So and the two friends in the US were the producers. So I was training cinematography. One was training directing, and the other one was training producing. And then there was a lady who was Kenyan who was also training fixing and getting proper permits when you're filming in Kenya.
Okay.
So we were training all online for 12 weeks. And then after they came, the students who were shortlisted after of course the exam and stuff, we got a space in the US Embassy in Nairobi, Gigiri. Yeah, and we were given the library space to train the students for like a week there.
Really?
Yeah.
Well
so you were there for a
Thank
week.
you.
Also, now practicals and all that, and the final thing was to shoot two documentaries, and we split the students into into two groups, 7 people each, 7 students each group, and we made 2 documentaries in 2 days, and they were out.
In 2 days?
Yeah.
That filmed, edited?
Film, edited, everything.
And then sent to the US?
Yeah, so then, while we were doing this process, we were still applying for grants.
Okay.
And also we were applying for festivals, for waivers for festivals, because most of the international festivals...
Oh, they charge?
Yeah,
okay.
You have to pay for you to get into the festival.
Okay.
So we got so many waivers, and that's where we applied. We actually submitted the documentaries, and my group that had the shorter documentary got the best, I think, nomination, and you had to go to Hollywood and represent.
Hallelujah!
Yeah,
it was so exciting.
It was actually a dream come true as a young filmmaker, and
before
and
the
training
age
young,
of 30.
Yeah. So I was so excited, and I'm humbled to have been there as well.
So your film was nominated because you said when you went there you didn't win. I didn't understand.
No, we didn't win. We were nominated.
You were nominated as part of the, like the way they
shortlisted.
nominate, shortlisted
Exactly.
as a good film. That documentary that was made in 2 days.
Yeah. So it was a gala night that we were attending.
I remember.
And I met so many people that I've been seeing on TV that I never knew I'll ever meet them in my life.
Ishmael.
And it's something very, very shocking. I couldn't, in fact, I think I woke up one morning and I was like,
did that really happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, that could happen.
Yeah.
Did that really happen?
It took me so much time. I was there for like at least 2 weeks, but it took me so much time to think that I'm
here and I've actually met these people.
Yeah.
And also kudos to the gentleman who started the project, the one who came, they shot, and then they said, let's get other people up to our speed, because that's always giving out, and that's very important. I think we always have to give out. And even for you anyway, as long as we are here and you're my son, I'm going to push you as well to give to others, because that's the way we continue.
Sure.
You give your gift to other people. You because he didn't have to.
Sure, no, he didn't have to actually, and he couldn't have gone to any other country.
He could have gone out of Africa. He could have chosen. At the 55, he could have chosen another country.
Yeah, but
he chose Kenya. You see all these, but this is now where the favor of God comes in. So
Exactly.
he chose Kenya. You were involved. You taught other people. They did the documentary. So even the 7 other people, their names were also in that documentary. Were they in the rooms, in the credits? They were in the credits.
They were all there.
Their name,
and
they were all there.
Yeah, no. We were just
but their
me.
names.
Their names were there, and it was shown in the gala night.
Imagine.
So it's
Your
also
name
something.
in lights.
'Cause you see,
Hallelujah.
yeah. So when you're shortlisted on a category, of course they have to show up the films that were shortlisted, and even that alone for me was a mileage.
Great.
And despite that, it wasn't, let's say, my film. It's a film I trained the students and help them to actually make something out of what he had trained for like 12 weeks online and a week of ground course, which was exciting.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So
That's amazing,
humbled.
Ishmael. So Ishmael's way to Hollywood. So I'm sure I hope they show you some of the Hollywood pictures. This is very important. You see, now it is possible. It's not everyone who has a silver spoon who can succeed. Anyone can succeed. Wake up, put your mind to it, pray for opportunities, pray for favor, show up. If you're told to come and do this thing and nobody's paying you, go. You need the skill. You need what those people have. You need to observe and you need to make something out of it. So I hope you're enjoying the series. We'll see you next Monday. God bless you. Bye.